Game between the Jenkins Cavaliers and the Napier Navajos. This is the first home game for the Jenkins Cavaliers after winning their game last week against Knott County Central 12-0. Number 10, Charles Wallace for Jenkins. Napier waiting on the ball. Number 1, Christian. And the ball is given to number 23 up to his left side. Be first and 10 the ball game starts. The kickoff was by Charles Wallace, and MC Napier will run the first play of the ball game. Number 12, Jeff Gillum, the quarterback. MC Napier in I formation. Number 1, Christian in the backfield, the tailback. Ball is handed off to Christian, who seems to be the very fast young man. Several people in on the tackle for Jenkins. Number 60 for Jenkins in on the play is Sean Mullins. 83, Jeff Sexton on the play also, and others. It'll be the quarterback hands off to number 1 again. Christian. Looked like Charles Wallace in on the tackle, plus others. So it'll be third down and about 1 yard, a little over 1 yard to go for a first down. Joe Christian, number 1, is the tailback who has received both plays. Jeff Gillum is a quarterback. Fumble on the play. Jenkins after the ball. Looks like MC Napier has recovered, though. It'll be fourth down. A loss back to the 31-yard line. Will be fourth down and 2 for MC Napier. Looks like Kirby White and Charles Wallace will go back for the punt return for Jenkins. MC Napier will be punting from their own 31-yard line. Charles Wallace and Kirby are back to the 34-yard line, and the punt 65, Bill Johnson, a guard, will be kicking for MC Napier. The ball is good snap, punts up. Jenkins almost blocked it. Number 76 in almost, that's Johnson in on the play. The ball's bounding around, and 35-yard line of Jenkins on their own 35. It'll be first and 10, no flags on the play. Jenkins will receive the ball for the first time with 9:16 to go in the first quarter, no score. MC Napier did not make a first down. Jenkins held, and MC Napier has taken the ball over. The clock starts. It'll be first and 10 on the Jenkins 35-yard line. Number 10, Charles Wallace, is the quarterback for Jenkins. Number 41, Short, in the backfield. The wishbone offense. Off to Short. He goes across to about the 36-yard line. A gain of about 1 yard on the play, or less. Looks like it's about a half yard all on this play. It'll be second and 10 for Jenkins. Still on their own, about a 36-yard line. Number 10, Wallace, the quarterback. Pitch out to number 33, Mark Harden, around his left. He cuts back in, and he goes down to the 40-yard line. It's a host of MC Napier players in on the tackle. Number 75, Miller, and 36, Bobby Dixon, in on the tackle for MC Napier. It'll be third down and about 6 yards for Jenkins. On about the 40-yard line. Jenkins on 40-yard line. It'll be third and 6. Pitch back to number 41, Short. He's going nowhere. He is lost on the play back to about the 39-yard line, so it'll be 4th down. So it'll be 4th down, about 7 yards to go for a 1st down. Number 21, Kirby White, back to punt for Jenkins. Back for MC Napier, number 1, Joe Christian, the tailback, a 12th grader, who everyone says runs real well. And a bad punt. The ball hits his MC Napier player. And Jenkins blocks it forward. It hits Christian. He picks it up, fumbles. Christian recovers. Several people had the ball. It hit MC Napier player. Jenkins did not fall on the ball immediately. It hit Christian and then rolled down to the 30. The referee is pointing back up to the 40-yard line. I don't know what. Evidently, no. It's back to the 30. He put his hand. Pick it up. So it'll be 1st down 10 for MC Napier on the MC Napier 30-yard line. Christian Napier. The ball is handed off to Gillum. Again, flag on the play. Billings breaks away from a tackle. Winston Strunk, who had him behind the line of scrimmage. Flag goes down. 41 short in on the play. Number 60, Pinnell, getting up off the stack. Several Jenkins players in. Strunk had him behind the line, but he got away and went up to the 32-yard line. So it looks like a gain of about 1 yard. Coach John Brown is waving not to take the penalty. Here's the referees. Illegal motion on 14, decline. And it'll be 2nd and 8, looks like, for MC Napier on their own 32-yard line. We have 6:30 to go in the first quarter, still no score. Jenkins unable to move the ball in their first opportunity, MC Napier. So MC Napier will be taking their 2nd series of plays. No one has made a 1st down yet in the first quarter. Jenkins rushes the passer, but across the middle, complete. And ball is complete to number 22, Jamie Dino. And he is up close to a 1st down. The ball is about 6 inches short. It'll be 3rd down and 1, 6 inches. There was a gain of 8 yards on a slant over the middle. Quarterback stood up and hit the end or halfback who broke across the middle. Halfback, I think. And so it'll be inches for a 1st down. This will be 3rd and inches for MC Napier with 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Ball is started to Gillum. Hand off to fullback who goes straight ahead. Several people on the play. Looks close. Weston Strunk buried in there. 60 Pinnell. And getting up off the bottom, number 64 for Jenkins. Number 64, Stephen Pinnell. Number 60, Sean Mullins, instead of Pinnell. 60 is Mullins and 64 is Pinnell. So it'll be 4th down. Looked like they lost 2 inches, so we got a 4th down and 8 inches now. And back for Jenkins is Charles Wallace, number 10. Number 65, Bill Johnson, will punt the ball. And the ball is almost blocked. No penalty, though, by hitting the player. The ball bounces back towards MC Napier. And MC Napier downs in on the 40.5-yard line of Jenkins. Jenkins in good field position, almost blocked the ball. They're going to have to move the ball, though. It's 4:41 left in the first quarter. No score. Jenkins with the ball. Number 85 going in for Jenkins at one of the ends. That's James Bartram. Number 76, Philip Johnson, in for Jenkins, a tackle. And Wallace still quarterbacking for Jenkins. Look like they're shuffling the tailbacks in and out. Wishbone looks like Jenkins is running tonight. Ball is snapped, given right up the middle. The ball looks like about 4-yard carry. Number 32 and carried the ball for Jenkins. Stephen Ratliff, the fullback. And we have Mark Harden and Kirby White going out. And Caudle and Short and Bartram coming out. So Jenkins is running in several players for each play to keep everyone fresh in the game, especially the running backs. Defense, haul off to Harden. Harden goes across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd down and about 3.5. a long 3, a short 4, or a long 3. No one has made a first down yet in this first quarter of play. Wallace has the ball off to 41 short, and he goes up to about the 48, 49-yard line, and he has to go across the 54. First led the charge. Ricky Miller, a tackle, 11th grade. So Jenkins will punt the ball. No one seems to be able to move the ball. And back for Jenkins, 21, Kirby back to kick the ball at a very poor punt the last time, but it turned out real well when he hit a Navajo player, and Jenkins almost recovered. And this is line drive again, and Christian, number 1, has it. And a good tackle down by Jenkins. Down on about the 24-yard line. Jeff Sexton down there, Wallace down there. Looks like Sexton made the initial tackle. Sean Mullins over on the place. Looked like Jenkins covered the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Navajos on their own 23. Gillum, the quarterback, up over the ball. Christian still in the backfield. Same people as Gillum has run all the plays except one, a fumble. He picks up Gillum, and number 30 in on the tackle, and that number 30 is Kevin Caudle in on the play for Jenkins. He drops the 10 hands. It goes back to the 15. He picks it up, and Caudle in on the play. So they have lost back to the 15. It'll be 2nd down and 20 yards to go. MC Napier must go to their own 33-yard line before they have a first down. Charles Wallace, Kirby White are playing deep for Jenkins. Wallace looks like the deep safety for Jenkins. Back to pass, 12, Gillum, pass over the middle, and it's intercepted by number 83, Sexton, and he will go for a touchdown. Jeff Sexton stepped in front of the intended receiver and goes about 15 yards or 17 yards, looks like, for a touchdown. Number 83, Jeff Sexton just stepped in front of the receiver, intercepted the ball, and went in for the touchdown. Jenkins will be trying for the extra point. I don't know who will be kicking the ball. This time Wallace has been kicking. Looks like Winston Strunk is throwing his shoe off, so I imagine he is going to be kicking. For time. You don't want to take too much time. The referee's walking up. And we have a penalty, delay of game, 5 yards. So Jenkins went over the allotted time trying to get Strunk's shoe changed so he could kick the extra point. Looks like it's going to be a problem if he has to change his shoe between each touchdown. Of course, that's a good problem to have if you're scoring. So Jenkins scored with 1:16 to go in the first quarter. About a 17-yard run by Jeff Sexton. Intercepted the pass, went in for the touchdown. Number 83, Sexton, who just scored the touchdown, will hold the ball. Henry Banks is the center. And the ball will be snapped up, kick, no good. Ball. All right, Jenkins will be kicking off with 1:16 to go in the first quarter. Jenkins leads 6-0. Charles, commonly known as Buckwheat Wallace, will kick off. The ball is kicked, the line drive. It hits, bounces 15, fumbles the ball. And he picks the ball up the middle and almost got away. A good tackle by 32, Ratliff. There was a fumble by 15. Our name of our players is not complete. He fumbled the ball, picked it up, went up the middle, and got a pretty good game. The ball is up to the Jenkins 32.5-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Looks like Buster Brown and his group, Harvey Tackett, assistant football coach, did a good job day lining off the field. And the lines are very good. Our fans are not standing in front so badly tonight. And Joe Walters, our announcer, is keeping them off the sideline. And the Gillum still in his quarterback. Christian tailback, handoff to Gillum, or Christian, excuse me. And 72 Strunk and many others in on the play. Looks like MC Napier wants to break in for long with 76 Johnson, Philip Johnson, and 64 Steve Pennell in on the tackle for Jenkins. So Jenkins is pursuing the ball well tonight. But it looks like MC Napier's game plan is to give it to Christian and hope he'll break one. We hope that the Jenkins defensive back are able to have the speed to keep up with him. All right, second down. Second and about 9. Well, really less than that, but we'll call it 9. In the first quarter, time running out. Christian around the end, and he makes a few yards, but we have several gang tacklers over here. 21 White, 10 Wallace, 72 Strong, 30 Caudle, all over on the play. And the clock running, we have, I believe he went out of bounds, though. We have 5 seconds left in the first quarter. There was a gain of a half inch, let's call it, so it'll be third down and 9. Jenkins playing good defense at the time. The offense looked a lot better on the last series of plays. 83 Sexton, 64 Pinnell, 21 White, and 41 Short, either the linebackers or defensive safeties, defensive halfbacks. He goes back to pass. Gillum back to pass. Jenkins runs him. He runs out of the pocket. He throws the ball. A man wide open. No one behind him. A good gain for MC Napier. Short finally caught him, but Jenkins was let the man behind him on defense. That will end the first quarter, but on a good note for MC Napier, they go all the way up to the Jenkins 45-yard line, where it will be a first down. A first down for MC Napier on the Jenkins 44-yard line, 44 to be exact. That will end the first quarter. And Jenkins has recovered. He came to the quarterback, went straight up in the air, and either 76 Johnson, Strong, or Mullins got it. I don't know really who got the ball. All were around it. The ball went straight up in the air. Jenkins fell on it. But the play before Jenkins allowed the defense allowed the man to get wide open by letting him get behind him, and they can't afford to do this, especially with Christian. If he does, there'll be a touchdown. All right, so it's Jenkins' ball. The last time they scored on, the only score has been on an interception, not on offense, but on defense. So let's see if the offense get cranked up here. Ratliff, the fullback, Short, tailback, and looks like MC Napier scouted Jenkins against Knox County Central last week because Jenkins moved the ball well against them. About a yard gain. It'll be second down for Jenkins on their MC Napier 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10 to go. Jenkins unable to move the ball on the ground. They have not thrown a pass yet. I would think in a short time, if the running play doesn't go, they will throw the ball. Number 21 is Kirby White, outflanked out to the right side. And back goes Charles Wallace. And there he throws a long one. Kirby's wide open if he can catch a ball. Oh, Lord, me. Kirby wide open. I believe he tried to run before it caught it and dropped the ball. Wide open. The defense was looking for a run, and that was a good opportune time to throw it. Charles Wallace looks down the field in disgust, but he'll have others dropped as if he plays quarterback. All right, it'll be third down and 9 yards to go. A good play by Jenkins, a good fake. MC Napier went after the ball, and the ball was thrown downfield. Okay, here we go, 3rd and 9. Flanked again is Kirby White. To hit to our right. Our defense is left, I guess. Back goes the ball over the middle to James Bartram, thrown in his hands. He was hit when the ball got there, incomplete. So Jenkins will give up the ball again. Offense unable to move the ball again. All right, here we go. 4th and 9 for Jenkins on their own 49.5-yard line. And Kirby White back to punt again. And I'm sure Christian will be back to receive. He is, from we understand, the man with the fleet feet. And the ball is snapped over Kirby's head, almost blocked, but he gets it off. Not a good kick, but Christian gets it. And he gets away. And he's still away, but Jenkins is after him. Charles Wallace missed him. 41 Short, though, nailed him. Way back on the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for MC Napier on their own 20-yard line. Jenkins' offense has not done very much tonight, but defense has looked good except for one play when the offense got behind them on a pass play. So we shall see what we shall see. With 10:47 to go in the second quarter, Jenkins leads 6-0. Same setup, tailback, Christian, Gillum the quarterback. The ball is snapped to Gillum. He tries the left side, and he's wide open, folks. There he goes. All right, he slid off the linebacker,
stepped inside and get up to, and he goes up to almost the, well, let's go back to about the 26-yard line. Sean Mullins and others in on the play, but I'm afraid if he gets away that he's going to go all the way. He is very quick. All right, here comes the play in from the fullback. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. The ball is spotted on the MC Napier about 27-yard line. And we're ready for the second play in this series. And the quarterback tries to throw it over the middle. The guy's open again. 15 slanks over the middle, and he has the first down. Greg Hoskin, 10 Wallace, 21 White in on the play. But the slank play over the middle to, looks like Todd Chandler, who is listed as a cornerback on defense. I imagine that's the right fella. Goes across the middle and receives the first down. So MC Napier makes their second first down of the night. The first was on their 2 first downs have been on passing plays. They have not been able to run very much, even though Christian this series had one good play, the pass series. So we have a new series starting for MC Napier. And the ball is up about the 34.5-yard line. Back to pass his quarterback. He likes those first downs. Across the middle, and he had a man open. But Wallace was back there. Number 20, Greg Kaywood, the tight end, went down and across the middle from his tight end position. Ball a little bit overthrown, so we'll have a second down, 10 yards to go. The ball on the almost 34.5-yard line of MC Napier. So we're ready for the second down. See what they will do. They've thrown the last 2 downs. Back to the pass is the quarterback Gillum again, and he's looking over the middle, and we got a man open, and he throws behind him. Again to the tight end Kaywood, evidently a favorite target. Into the lineup for Jenkins goes number 54, Bobby Webb. Goes into the lineup. Out comes number 75. 75 is Mike Mullins. So Jenkins trying to get a man in there and get a little more pass rush evidently on the quarterback. So MC Napier's decided that they're going to throw the ball if they can't run it. It'll be 3rd and 10 on the 34.5 line of MC Napier. The last 4 plays have been passing. We got a handoff, going nowhere on defense, running the ball, and helping up the runner in a good sportsmanlike. Sean Mullins, good tackle, and then he helps the runner up. Split sportsmanship, which is part of the ball game in the first place. Now, we like to mention the next week, Jenkins will be host to the Fleming-Neon Pirates next Thursday night instead of Friday night. All right, back to punt. Again is Bill Johnson. Back deep for Jenkins is number 10, Charles Wallace. And the ball almost blocked, but it's not a real good kick. We'll get a good spin on it, though. A good bounce for MC Napier. And it goes down to the Jenkins 25-yard line. Not a real good kick, but it took a real good spin forward for MC Napier. And so with 8:23 to go, the score is Jenkins 6 in the second quarter, MC Napier nothing. So it'll be Jenkins' ball, and the ball is spotted right across the Jenkins 25-yard line. So Jenkins will take over with 8:15 to go in the second quarter. Very good crowd tonight for the ball game. Not as good as be expected with Jenkins winning the first football game. Charles Wallace, quarterback. Jenkins in the wishbone. Ryan Short coming around the end, and he gains very little. Last few years, that must be something new that Coach Brown's put in here for this season anyway. Okay, got another block. Tandy said in front, a little more blocking, so we apologize for the incorrection. We have a flag on the play, however, so the last play probably be null and void here. Let's see what the referee does. He's talking to MC Napier, so I'm sure it's against Jenkins. And here goes the referee, and look like it's an old biggie. Oh, 14-yard line, and Jenkins has first down and many yards. Wallace back to throw, and he's got Bartram behind his defender if he'll hold the ball, and he does. All right, James Bartram, a wonderful catch up on the Jenkins 47-yard line. James Bartram back over the back, good concentration, got the ball in his hands before he ran, and Jenkins has the first down. Well, that's the way to get out of a hole. A long pass from the back about the goal line, and it goes up to the 47-yard line, so it'll be first down for Jenkins. Jenkins on a pass. Evidently, Jenkins not going to be able to run the ball either on the ground, so they say, well, if MC Napier pass, we can too, and of course we have a first down. We got the para again. Another blocker up front. Ratliff is up there blocking. And it goes to Brian Short, and he gains a little yardage. About the best run of the night for Jenkins. It goes across the 50 down to about the 49-yard line. Looked like he gained about 4 or 5 yards. Let's give him 4.5 if you're keeping fractions. As Kerry Wood-Ledford says, either a short 5 or a long 4. So that's Jenkins with the ball, the same I formation. Charles Wallace, a quarterback. The two front men move up. Ratliff and Caudle, I believe, is blocking backs. Here it goes to Hard right up the middle, a quick hitter. And he's up to about the 46-yard line, I guess. Number 62 in on the play for MC Napier Navajos is Burns, and also Dixon, number 36. So we've come up with a third down and about 4 yards to go for a first down. 3rd and 4 for Jenkins against the MC Napier Navajos. Jenkins moved the ball a little better now with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Jenkins has a flanker out here, 85 Bartram. Jenkins in the I formation. Wallace back across the middle to Bartram. He's wide open. Oh, he broke one tackle. He'd been gone. He goes across the middle, across the 40, across down to the 38-yard down. First down for Jenkins. Jenkins looks sharp at the passing game tonight. Moved the ball real well. Looks like we got a good bunch of receivers this year. All right, the ball is down on the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. So Jenkins begin to rack up the first downs in the first quarter, or the first half. We will get the stats for you and try to pass those on. The girls are keeping them here, how many first downs and things. This is their first attempt. Tom Abdu and Tandy Bates are running the machinery here, and we'll be set up a little better next Thursday night when we play Fleming-Neon. Hand off to Caudle up the middle on a crossbuck, and he's still moving and goes a few yards there. Had an opening and it closed down pretty quick. He gets about 2 yards. Caudle, a track man who improved last year in his running, and Coach Brown's used him in the backfield instead of a lineman this year on offense. 2nd down 8, clock running, about 5 minutes to go in the first half. Jenkins using substitutes quite freely to give everyone a chance to get a little breather, which is good because everyone needs a chance to play as we go along in the season. Wallace over the ball from Banks. Lanes back and throws, and there he's out to Bartram, and Bartram is out on, well, let's see now. The one referee says a touchdown. The other one says it's out on the 1-yard line. Bartram coming up a little gimpy. He's a limp a little bit. What do they call it here, gents? Did they call it a touchdown? What have they called it? Do you know there, Abdu?
Say touchdown.
Did it say touchdown? Well, one guy says out, one in. It's hard to say. It's a touchdown. The referees can't get their act together. It was a long pass. Wallace dropped back. The ball was thrown about 40 yards, 35 to 40 yards. Down in the right-hand corner, the ball. Bartram caught the ball, no trouble, but the referee would not signal whether or not it was a touchdown. So we'll have Sexton, the manager, out on the field, give him a little water break, and Coach Brown, and a rule change that most people may not know about is that the quarterback can go out, the coach can go out on the field during a timeout. This was last year, was the first. I think this is good. This is the only sport you can't talk to your boys. So the coach can go out and talk to a player with timeout. So we have another touchdown for Jenkins for 2 points and does score. Brian Short, I think, went in. I couldn't really tell. I think Short went in with 2 points. So Jenkins gets back the point they lost with trying the extra point. Now the score is Jenkins 14, MC Napier 0, 4:40 to go in the first half. Jenkins with the score. Pass, long pass from Charlie Wallace to James Barthead. And the score is Jenkins 14, MC Napier 0. And on the kickoff, Johnson and Strunk comes out of the ball game to give some of the quicker boys a chance to get in there. Not saying Johnson and Strunk is not fast, but maybe not hardly as fast as some of the other boys. Both boys doing a good job. A good sized tackle. Strunk about 260, Johnson about 220, and they plug up a lot of holes in there. But if Jenkins can get some of these younger boys some experience, then they'll be better on down the road when they get into Class A. Next Thursday night will be a Class A competition. Charles Wallace kicked off, and the ball is in the middle, up the middle. A little running room there for MC Napier. Kirby White in on the tackle. MC Napier goes down to about their own 36 with the carry. It'll be 1st and 10 for MC Napier. On the MC Napier 36-yard line. Charles Wallace coming out of the ball game for a moment here. Number 20 going in for Jenkins. Richie Davison, who's his first ball game, might add, has broke an arm this summer in a skiing accident, but he is back and will help the defense and give Wallace a chance to rest, and he can play flanker and running back and so forth. All right, Gillum back to pass, got a man wide open, and our halfback was nowhere in sight. All right, Greg Kaywood came down the sideline. Evidently, there's 2 or 3 people that cut across the middle and wide open. So we have a quick first down for MC Napier, and they're all the way down to the Jenkins 34-yard line. A good pass play, Kaywood from Gillum to Gillum, Gillum to Kaywood, first down. And so MC Napier's back on the board. MC Napier's looked well throwing the ball, and here he goes back again. He's no pass rush. Ball man wide open. Ball knocked down by Kirby White, number 21. Kirby White on a good defensive ball play by knocking the ball down. Good defensive play intended. The quarterback had a little more rush that time. Jenkins not getting much of a rush in on the quarterback, and he has plenty of time to throw. All right, so Jenkins held on the, be 2nd and 10 on their own 34-yard line. MC Napier threatened right quick after the touchdown. The quarterback back to throw, and the man wide open again, 22. Wide open slant across the middle. It's Jamie Dino, split in, the 10th grade. So MC Napier has found a plug in Jenkins' defensive. And so they're down to all the way down to about the Jenkins 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard to go for a first down. With 3:15 to go in the first half, MC Napier putting on a drive here near the end of the first half. Little slants across the middle has hurt Jenkins tonight. And the slant again, Dino. Here's the pass, number 1 to Gillum. And Jenkins in on the play, but it looks like he made a first down. Drug him across the 25 down to about the 24. Looks close. Referee will hold up play, and he says it is a first down. Kevin Cottle into the ball game, replacing Mike Mullins, number 75, 30 for 75. And the clock running with 2:49 to go in the first half. But MC Napier driving with the ball. 1st and 10. Jenkins are going to have to dig in. Quarterback Gillum with the ball. Looks to me like he's moving too quick. Referee doesn't call it. A little pressure. A man's open, though. Oh, good play. 83. Jeff Sexton, the old track man himself, hanging in there, but MC Napier. Johnson was back there, shook his hand and said hello, and then let him on the ground. All right. So it'll be 3rd down and a long way to go for a 1st down. Look, about 18 to 20 yards to go. We'll wait on our man, Jay Combs. Get it. Looks like 3rd and 18. So MC Napier loses that play. Jenkins finally got a little pressure on the quarterback, which you have to do with a passing quarterback to make him hurry up his throws or to catch him in the backfield. So Jenkins with the ball, or on defense. MC Napier with the ball. This is 3rd and long. MC Napier, here goes Pennell. He goes over to the left side, and the quarterback goes straight back, and he throws the ball at a screen, and it's complete. Jenkins almost had him, but they had a screen, and the ball goes down to the 30-yard line. A screen play set up to Kaywood. Kaywood, the split in. And Jenkins in on the play, about 15 yards to go. MC Napier go for it since it's just 1:25. 1:20, 4th down, 15 to go. MC Napier with the ball. The quarterback back to pass one more time. Jenkins actually runs out of the pocket. Wister struck after man, wide open, touchdown. Jenkins led the quarterback out of the pocket, and he rolled to his right through a touchdown. So MC Napier back in this ball game, folks. Kaywood, number 21, from about 30 yards out, pass from Gillum. Jenkins let him out of the pocket. He rolled to his right, and Kaywood open in the end zone, stepped in for a touchdown. MC Napier will be going for the 2 points, and the score is 14-6 with 1:10 to go in the first half. MC Napier will try to get the 2 points so they get a little bit closer, and they're back to pass. Jenkins after, and the man wide open. The ball knocked down, and MC Napier almost picked it off. Batted up in the air, and MC Napier almost came up the ball, but the ball no good. Kirby White knocked the ball. As he fell down, the ball went up and almost caught, but the score at 1:10 to go, 14 Jenkins, 6 MC Napier. And MC Napier will be kicking off in this the last few seconds of the first half. This will be the first time Jenkins has received tonight on a kickoff. Jenkins kicked off, started the game. So MC Napier will be kicking off. And I would imagine that the man who punts, number 65, Bill Johnson, will be kicking off. We'll see here.
MC Napier picked in one of the papers, one of the top 20 teams in Class AA in the state this year. So they do have a good ball team.
All right, number 88, Paul Couch.
He is Couch, the kicker, listed in the program.
And back for Jenkins is Short and Charles Wallace. And above that is Sean Mullins. The block. Sexton in there. A little short kick goes to Bartram, number 85. He just takes off running right in, and the tackle over on about the 40-yard line, looks like. 40-yard line of Jenkins' own 40. Knocked out in front of the MC Napier bench. A bad place to be knocked out, you know. A lot of thumping and kicking going on that bench. But anyway, it'll be 1st down for Jenkins on the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. We've got 1:04 to go in the game, and they did not go out of bounds. The referee says wind that thing up, and we're going again. So Jenkins has a minute to go, or less than a minute, to see what they can do. We'll see if Jenkins will try to score or if they'll be continuing to go into halftime with this 14-6 lead. We'll see what Coach Brown is going to do. Coach Brown is assisted this year, and the long pass, well overthrown, and the ball picked off, intercepted, or incomplete, I guess, referee rule. pass to Bartram, but it was thrown out towards the middle of the field, and Bartram was going to the sideline, so MC Napier boy just dropped the ball. This will be a 2nd and long. 2nd and 10 for MC Napier. Coach Brown assisted this year by Phil Davison, a paraprofessional, and by Harvey Tackett. Our coaches have dwindled to one that we had last year as far as, and of course we have Russ Holland, who is helping with the program as usual. 41, Brian Short, and he goes up 2 or 3 yards, about 20 seconds left to go in the first half. The ball is up on the 40, and we have a 3rd down and about 9 to go. So Jenkins, unless they try for a long pass, this should be the last play of the first half. 15 seconds and running. Charles Wallace under center, under Henry Banks. Snap. And he's running for his life. And he's not going to make it. Yeah, he is going to. No, he's not going to make it. Christian out there to stop him. And from there on, he was all downhill. We have a MC Napier player down on the sideline. Coach Davison and the referee's looking at him. I don't know what happened. He seems to be injured. He's down in front of the Jenkins, just below the Jenkins bench. And the 15 minutes is put on the Jenkins band this year. The field commander is Lisa Ladd. The featured twirler is Alicia Maynard. And the majorettes are Stephanie Mullins. This is her first year. Teresa Thompson. Joanne Adams. And Kathy Termeyer, who is not here tonight. She is ill, I think, but not able to make it. And those are and our band director this year is John Roberts, and our majorette sponsor is Kathy Wright. So we'll listen to the band, how they perform here at halftime. In the first half while the penalty was down. Jenkins only had 2 first downs the first half. MC Napier had 3. In tackles, Charles Wallace and Sean Mullins had 5 apiece. In carries, Brian Short had 7 carries for 12 yards. James Bartram had 3 catches for 77 yards, including 1 touchdown. Jeff Sexton had a touchdown by interception, about 17 yards. And Brian Short ran an extra point for 2 points. And the score starting the second half is Jenkins 14, MC Napier 6, and we've got a major penalty against Jenkins start off the second half. 15 yards, looks like. Back to the Jenkins 20-yard line, a clipping on the play, and so it's brought back to the 20-yard line. Charles Wallace still playing quarterback for Jenkins. in the I formation again. Handoff up the middle. Brian Short goes up for about 4 yards on the play. Crosses about the 26-yard line. Winston Strunk out there leading the way, plus others. Number 75, Richie Miller, a tackle in the 11th grade end on tackle for MC Napier. So Jenkins picked up 4 yards on the first carry. Ball's up on the Jenkins 26-yard line. Jenkins in the power I. Tandy says they bring in one of the flankers for blocking purposes. Mark Harden gets maybe a yard, or about the line of scrimmage, really. So it'll be 3rd down and about 4.5 yards to go for a first down, about a half-yard gain. And new players coming into the game. 85 Bartram, 41 Short. Harden comes out of the ball game. So it'll be 3rd down and about 5 for Jenkins. With 10:42 to go in the third quarter, the second half, Jenkins leads 14-6. Wallace has the ball, pitched back up in the air, kind of dangerous. Short picks it up, and he goes down to about the 30, but I don't believe he'd have to go to about the 32-yard line first down. Short by about 2 yards, so it'll be 4th down. So it'll be 3rd down, 4th down, I'm right, 4th down and 2. And Jenkins will be punting the ball. Cottle is the blocker up front. Kirby White will be punting, and the fast man, Joe Christian, back to punt. Not a good punt again. The ball's going. They did get a good punt. MC Napier tipped it. Jenkins fell on it. MC Napier tipped the ball, trying to pick it up, and 41, Brian Short, fell on the ball. So MC Napier not thinking very well on that particular play. The guy hit it, went up in the air, and Jenkins fell on it. So Jenkins, with a poor kick, though, had a reversal in that the ball tipped the MC Napier player. He tried to pick it up and run, and Jenkins recovered. So Jenkins' punting has not been very good tonight. Not any good boomers. I'm sure that will improve with practice this week. So it'll be 1st down for Jenkins, and they're up on the 46, their own 46-yard line. Jenkins with a break. Mark Harden splits out here to the left as a flanker. Harden with pretty good speed. Hurdle man, and goes back here, goes back Wallace. He trips. They've got a penalty. We've got a man open. Bartram jumps for the ball, and there's down. And I don't know what happened over here. Flag on the play. Bartram sprung an ankle. MC Napier boy held it, but he's out of bounds. Referee's throwing it back up the field. You figure it out. We'll see what we got here. I would think it'd be on Jenkins. I believe Jenkins was holding. Offensive line on the right side, or MC Napier's left. Looked to me like one of the linemen had a hold of him with his hands, and that's a no-no, I believe. 21, Kirby White, 41 Short goes in, and here it's going to be a no biggie. I would think Jenkins would be holding. And we'll wait on the referee's call, though. Yes, a holding penalty. On the Jenkins right side, they held the man, and way back goes Jenkins. And I mean way back to the 30-yard line. Jenkins would have to go down to the 44-yard line of MC Napier for a first down. So many yards to go. And it's 1st and 26 for Jenkins. Wallace with the ball again. Fumble the ball, hand it off, fumble. Jenkins, the last 2 plays haven't looked sharp at all. The ball fumbled. Jenkins did pick it up and gained maybe a yard. 2nd and 25. So Jenkins not looking sharp coming out the second half. Maybe they didn't warm up enough. Clock running, 8:55 to go in the third quarter. And Jenkins with 2nd and many yards to go. So Jenkins going to have to get together, get the snap down, quarterback handle the ball, and everyone get back in the ball game. Here we go. Ball is snapped to Wallace. Good snap. He sets up and throws a big long one. We got a man open out here. And oh, gracious. Kirby almost. He was wide. He caught that ball. He could have tried. That old yellow flag is a flying everywhere tonight. Let's see what the referees call this time. And he's talking to MC Napier, so evidently it's against Jenkins again. Jenkins getting a lot of penalties, looks like. I know of 30. Illegal procedure against Jenkins, of course, decline, and it'll be 3rd and 25 to go for a first down. So Jenkins with costly penalties here starting the third quarter. Penalties hurts, especially in a close ball game. So Jenkins will see what they can do. Charles Wallace up, counting the number of players he has, make sure he has 11. He's satisfied, handoff, and here to Kirby White, and he's going around the outside. Kirby with a good run, breaks away for a good run. And he goes down close to the 43-yard line. Kirby White with a good run there. Look, we're looking for pass, and Kirby off his left side, MC Napier's right. So Kirby White will go back again to try to get off a good punt. Jenkins has not had a good punt tonight. Referee holds up just a moment to play, and he throws his hand down for the ball to start. And Joe Christian will go back to receive for MC Napier. Kirby a little bit longer, and he gets off a push, hanging off the side of the foot. Not a very good punt, but a pretty good roll, so Jenkins will take over. About a 30-yard punt, I guess, with the roll, and so Jenkins will take over on their own 31-yard line. MC Napier on the Jenkins 32-yard line. And we have some substitute going in the ball game. 32 Ratliff in for Jenkins. 30 out Kevin Caudill for a little breather. Charles Wallace is a deep man on defense. And here we go. Kirby White and the others in and back with a pitch out to Christian. And Christian's not going anywhere. Defense want to play. All right, we've got Big Winston up a-waving. Philip Johnson up a-waving. And everybody's in there waving. Now looks like Sean Mullins even waving. All right, so we've got second down and several yards to go. Looked like he lost 8 or 10 yards, so it looks to me like it'll be second and many. Probably about 18 yards to go for a first down. MC Napier must come out to their own 40, looks like about 41-yard line, 42 for a first down. So the clock is running with 6:59 in the third quarter. MC Napier lost on the first play. Quarterback Gillum in under the center. He goes back and he says, well, I'm not going to hold. Jill Sexton over top, and the flag goes down, and MC Napier gets a new life. So Jenkins, what it looked like, will intercept, will be called for interference, and I'll mark it off, and that's 15 biggies. Jenkins seems to be their own worst enemy tonight. Pass interference on Jenkins, and so, 1st and 10 for Napier. Seems that we seem to be our own worst enemy here in this particular series of plays. Richard Davison in the ball game playing defensive back. And MC Napier with a first down, new life up on the Jenkins, or on their own, 40-yard line. Marks it off. Goes back to the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 15 for MC Napier on their own 35. Like to mention now, Jenkins will be at home against Flemini on this Thursday night. The reason for the early game is the long Labor Day weekend. School's out on Monday. All right, Gillum with the ball, ready to go, and here we go, and the referee's throwing that old yellow flag again. And he's saying something about something here. Looks to me like MC Napier's moving. Looks to me like the tackle is picking up his hand, or the center moved the ball. Let's wait and see, though. Let the referee call the game. Offside. He said that MC Napier is making false starts. So anyway, MC Napier is becoming self-destructive. And it'll be 1st down and 20 yards to go for a first down. Anyway, 15 biggies against MC Napier. And I believe the call is not allowed Jenkins. It'll be 1st and 10, Charles Wallace. He pumps it over the middle. And the ball underthrown to James Bartram. No good. Jenkins not having very much offense the second half. Not looked real good for the couple touchdowns, and things have slacked off on offense. New players into the game. See number 80, Darryl Tackett. He looks around, snaps the ball, drops straight back. Got time, don't have time anymore. He's going to run. He's blockers out, and he goes down after about a 4-yard gain. Oh, my goodness. James Bartram wide like MC Napier this quarter. And Charles Wallace under center. Jenkins down, ball snap, little pass over the middle. Bartram with a good catch. James Bartram right across the middle. Cuddle the ball in, roll forward. Let's see where the referee puts him. Yes, he's going to put him across the third. There. Well, a little bit across the 25-yard line. I believe it's 6 inches. Pandy says 2, and let's see. Both wrong. It's 8 inches there. All right. So we have Navajos as hell. Jenkins gets close, but they can't score. So here we are. We're back with MC Napier with the ball with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. And Jenkins holding on to a 14-6 lead. 14-6 is your score. So Gillum, Christian, Kaywood, these are some of the names that MC Napier looks for. Again, down, yeah, he's going a biggie. I'd say it's holding within the line there. Referees are watching the holding real well this year to prevent the offense from gaining up their hand against the defense. So we have a penalty, I would think it's holding. Blocking below the waist. That is standing rule put in recently. The recent years anyway. So, MC Napier. They are having problems too with the penalties as Jenkins has second half. MC Napier, Gillum on the center, and he goes pitches to Christian, and Christian in the end zone, and he gets away from 2 or 3. And the stopper put on by Philip Johnson and others. So they get out to about the line of scrimmage, maybe the 6-yard line. It's about halfway between the goal line and the 10. So let's call it 3rd and 32 to go for a first down. Time running out on the this third quarter. So it'll be Jenkins 16 and MC Napier 6. So Jenkins, alert on defense, goes and gets the ball and scores the safety. The ball's Jenkins there with 2 points. They tackled the quarterback. Strunk did way back. And then I don't know who fell on the ball for the 2-pointer. Looked like several people around it. But the girls will get the official stats for us. On the safety for Navajos, and here comes the punt, pretty fair, up across the 40 down to the, and picked up a Charles Wallace on the Jenkins 40, and he's coming to his left. Yellow flags on a punt return. Get ready to start walking 15 the other way. And that is the end of the third quarter. All right, Kirby White on the first play goes way up to the 50, but I see a flag, and a flag in that area usually means holding or a block above or below the waist. So Jenkins already had a 15-yard penalty, and looked like we're going to have enough. Looks like the ball is back on the 40, but the referee's going to take it way back to, oh goodness, he's taking it all the way back to the Jenkins, or MC Napier, Jenkins, I'll get it right in a minute. Back to the 24-yard line of Jenkins. So Jenkins with a big, long way to go. 1st and 25. Jenkins will have to go. Told me if he watered his field so much, if he'd done it to back, it'd been over top the goalpost. I wish we get a little grass. All right, here we go. It'll be first down for Jenkins, MC Napier. But we have a penalty. Let's see. I would imagine clipping on a play like that. And here we go. Well, I'd like to know how many yards of penalty tonight. The Golden Voice is trying to get off on me over here. That'll be first down and on the MC Napier 20-yard line. It'll be first down for MC Napier on their own 20, and MC Napier must go for the long ones, and I'm imagining Jenkins would be looking for something like that. However, Charles Wallace is discussing something with the referee back here. He's awake now. Here we go.
All right, here's Gillum back over the middle, and a good move by the end. However, Jenkins out there on him. 30 Caudle. And all right, that goes for a 9-yard gain. So MC Napier comes out firing the ball with 7:04 to go in the ball game itself. It'll be second down, 1 yard to go. Back at it, and Weston took it. So it'll be first down for Jenkins. MC Napier looking a little dejected. They were ready to move the ball, and the ball skidded out. I don't know what that was, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wait just a minute and let the referee give us a clearing here. An incomplete pass, he called it. Oh, well. Win some, lose some. It'll be 2nd and 10. So the ball is up on the Jenkins 35, so it was not a fumble. He said he was going forward with the pass motion. So anyway, on the big county for Fleming or for MC Napier. I got Fleming on the mind. We play them next week. The clock is running with for this 3rd and 20 or so yards to go. All right, here we go up to Charles Wallace, and time running with 6:10 left in the second half and in the fourth quarter. And Charles goes back, and he hands off to Kirby White. Oh, and Kirby, a good tackle made on Kirby, and by Christian. Kirby goes up to the well, the yard mark is knocked down. I believe that's about the 50-yard line. Yes, up on the 50. So it'll be 4th down and about 14 to go, thereabouts. Anyway, we will be punting. Jenkins will punt. Christian goes back. And Kirby White, the last, had a good punt. Took his time, took his good steps, and here comes the rush. And the ball not very high, and the Christian, a line drive, which is dangerous. And Charles Wallace is running in, but he gets away from Charles. He gets away from 50. He's going down the sideline. All right, 76 and others over there. Johnson to cut him off. But now Christian can run and looked like he had a blockade out there, but someone came up from behind and saved a touchdown. All right, so it will be on the MC Napier, or about to, bring it back to about the 46. So the clock stopped with 5:21 to go. It'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Navajos. Time on the official. I believe that's 5:21 to go in the fourth quarter. And the referee's holding up for the people to the chain gang to get the markers down. I don't know where a chain gang is this year. I can't see that far. But ready to go here with the first down, MC Napier. And they, of course, want to score right quick if they possibly can. They're going to be passing, I would think. And the quarterback, Gillum, over the middle. And a ball knocked down by number 72, Strunk. All right. Big West held up his hands, and there went the ball. And number 30, Caudle, getting up a little slow, but he bounces up. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for MC Napier. Number 75, Mike Mullins, going into the ball game. He is a junior. Mike is 11th grade, 5'11", 230. And out comes Kevin Caudle. Caudle with a little rest after a little injury there. Seems to be all right, though. And here we go. 5:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Here goes Gillum back to pass. He's being rushed, and he breaks outside and over the middle and a long pass. And Richie Davis over there defending, thrown over top both of the defender and the receiver's head. No damage done, so it'll be 3rd down. 5:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Seems like the time drags out when you're near the end of the ball game and not far ahead of the opposition. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 10. And the MC Napier having to pass on about every down. He goes back, he fakes, a little rush, and down goes the quarterback. All right, Jenkins in with a sack. Sean Mullins, Mike Mullins. Much fans to the ball game. We think the next 3 weekends with Fleming, Whitesburg, and Pound that the place will be packed, so we hope that you will attend. All right, here goes the ball back. The punter punts it straight up. Jenkins better watch. Hit somebody back of the head. Almost got 64. All right, and the ball is down.
When the ball goes up like it's dangerous for coming down and hitting someone on the opposite team, and when that is, it's a free ball. But anyway, good things comes to Jenkins Cavaliers, and it'll be first down on their own 38-yard line. Jenkins, I'm sure, will try to run the ball, kill time, and try to get this ball game in the record book as a win. And here we go, 4 minutes, 12 seconds away from a victory for the Cavaliers. Don't forget, we'll be on each week. Number 32, Stephen Ratliff, who hasn't carried the ball much tonight, but he's a big feller. That feller ever want to play football, he'd be tough. All right, so it'll be second down and about, long 8, let's call it. Out comes Bartram, out comes Brian Short, out comes Ratliff, out comes Kirby White. So a lot of people going in and out on each play. That's why I believe we're fresh air at the end of the ball game. Hand off to 30, I believe Kevin Cottle. About the line of scrimmage, not much there. It was Kevin and them. Not much blocking on that side. So it's still third down and about 8 yards to go, or 8.5. So we've got 3:06 and the clock running. Jenkins like to make another first down and wind this up. And the ball is spotted up on I guess the Jenkins 40-yard markers have all been knocked down by the excitement, people running up down the sideline. So anyway, we'll call it that. This will be third, handoff up the middle. Steve Ratliff goes right up the middle, and he goes up to about the 45-yard line. Big fella for a fullback and good blocker. Stephen weighs 220 pounds as a junior, so that's a pretty good man to have in the backfield carrying the ball. So Jenkins will go back to punt, hoping that Christian doesn't get one off, and of course MC Napier hoping that he'll break one. And so here we go. Kirby White needs to get off a nice one. The ball almost stepped over his head again. Up in the air, it's going to go to Christian, of course. And here he goes around Charles Wall. Goes past Charles, and 41, Brian Short tripped him up, and he staggered on up to about 5 more yards to the MC Napier 40-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 2 minutes. And Jenkins will be on defense again. So Jenkins are going to have to play good defense for 2 more minutes. Their defense have done excellent tonight, except for the one pass when Jenkins let the quarterback get out of the pocket and run out to the right side for about a 20-25-yard pass for a touchdown. All right, here we go. Quarterback Gillum with the ball, and he's going to throw that old Mater. Here he goes, and he's got a man open in the middle. Richie Davis down there. Oh! And what do we have? Looked like Richie intercepted. All right, Richie Davison intercepted that old ball. Good job. A slant in over the middle, and Richie ran step for step and had the best hands and pulled it in. He took it away from the defender. So Richie, I couldn't tell. I may have been given the wrong one here. I believe it was Kirby White, right. Kirby was the one, not Richie's 20. I was looking the wrong number. Kirby White. Anyway, a good play, whoever made it. It went for the Cavaliers. And here we go. Oh, Mark Harden almost broke one. Woo-wee, right up the middle. Almost one more step, and he was a gone goose. 1:17, a first down. The clock stopped for the changing of the markers. Oh, Mark Harden come a hair breaking one. Come one step away from going all the way. It'll be 1st and 10, the clock running. Looks like the Cavaliers are going to win if they can hold on for another minute or so. Here we go, up the middle to Brian Short, and he gets about, is indifferent now. Jenkins just needs to hold the ball and run out the time. Pitch out to number 33, Harden, and he's going to go again. Around the middle, he cuts back, and he's about to break another one, and he's down. Harden run real well here the last few minutes here. All right, he goes up to the Jenkins on near the 50-yard line. He's on the Jenkins 40. 46-yard line, so it'll be another first down. Harden running the ball real well. Harden, who has good speed, runs the low hurdles, relays, and track, doing a good job. And a lot of jubilation out there. Look, Jenkins look like they have won another. Looks like evidently MC Napier has taken time out. Now we've got some good games coming up. Fleming-Eon, Wattsburg, and then Pound, and then, of course, Elkhorn City. And the clock will run out. And the score, Jenkins 16, and MC Napier 6. Jenkins 16, MC Napier 6. 16-6. Coach Brown and the gang, Coach Davison, Reverend Holland, and others goes out to greet the visitors, shake hands as good sportsmen should be. Good sportsmanship is never out of style in any sport, and Jenkins shows good sports by going out shaking hands with the opposition, MC Napier Navajos. So after tonight, Jenkins is 2-0, and Jenkins 2-0, and MC Napier 0-2. And I think they'll be playing next weekend with the Wayne County team. But anyway, we're glad you came out to watch the ball game. The people come out. We invite you to definitely come out, watch the Cavaliers. Look like they're going to have a good season. They don't have many boys, but if they can prevent injuries, look like they will do well this year. So the final score in the Jenkins MC Napier game played at the Jenkins Athletic Field as the Jenkins football team goes into the John R. Pack Athletic Building. The score, Jenkins 16, MC Napier 6.